Hey, you guys. Hey, you guys. Can y'all hear me? Okay, good. I'm gonna try to wait. Okay, yeah. I'm gonna try to wait till it gets to 100 and then I'll start talking. Okay, it's at 100. Okay, I just wanted to say I I wanted to talk about I was laying in bed and that's why it's like dark in here. So just excuse the darkness. I'm in my room. I was just laying in the dark. But I wanted to talk about the Mercury Square Saturn transit and the effects it can really have on people's mental states and their thoughts right now. And so I didn't put it on Twitter and I didn't put it on Patreon. Sometimes there are certain things I won't say because people will just take it the wrong way and it can just make me look like the bad guy, even if I mean well. And Twitter can just be very, very sensitive, and I just have to walk on eggshells. So I knew this information, but I just didn't know how to say it because I didn't want to be crucified. So I'm just gonna say it now. So y'all know, like, I really want y'all to understand where I'm coming from. Like, some people might watch this and be like, "Oh my God, you can't use astrology for that. That's not nice. Very insensitive, blah, 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 blah." But this could really help somebody. And, if we recognize astrology as a very valuable tool and not a commodity, because it's not a commodity, I think that's the right word to use there, then you'd understand where I'm coming from when I say things like what I'm about to say. So anyway, y'all know the baby his older brother, he just recently committed suicide. He was very depressed. He killed himself. And then even more recently, Braxton, she was a rapper. I just quote tweeted it on my TL. I was told that the way she passed was via suicide as well. So that's two, basically, even though the baby's brother was not a celebrity, you get the idea. Two basically celeb suicides under this Mercury Square Saturn transit. Now, this isn't just because it's a regular old willy-nilly Mercury Square Saturn transit. It's because Mercury, I'm not saying they killed themselves because of a transit. That's not what I'm saying. Oops, let me go back. That's not what I'm saying at all. That's not what I'm saying. Let me go back. What I'm saying is, I'm just trying to explain the transit to you. It's like, so with this transit, right? So in general, when Mercury squares Saturn, people will have the baby's older brother committed suicide, and then recently a very popular rapper. Well, she was kind of unknown because she disappeared 2 years ago. Like, people, we haven't seen her in years. I've been keeping up with her for so long, and I was just talking to my girlfriend about her for several weeks. I was like, "Girl, I love this girl. I haven't seen her in a long time. She disappeared from the TL. Nobody knows how she's doing." And I reached out to one of her friends some weeks ago, and I was like, "Hi." I know you don't know me, but I just wanted to know how your friend Braxton is doing." And now she's gone. And like, that is just, I'm so fucking torn up and heartbreaking. And that's why I'm doing this live, because I'm like, maybe if I had said my information, what I had to say, maybe it could help somebody. Could have helped Braxton. I don't know. But what I'm saying is, so like, with a Mercury square Saturn transit in general, Mercury is your thoughts. Saturn does rule over depressions of any kind. And so I didn't want to say the word depression because sometimes people can just, I don't know, like, just me saying that word, and then because I'm an astrologer, people can just be like, you can't do that. That's not how astrology works. Depression, you can't do that. And like, it's like, I'm not trying to be a psychologist or diagnose anybody, but you can see everything through the eyes of astrology, even depressive thoughts and feelings. Doesn't mean that you are clinically depressed or anything. You still need to go to a doctor and get diagnosed. I'm not talking about a diagnosis. I'm just, talking about feelings, general feelings. Let me put my glasses on so I can think. And so And so with this and so whenever you have a Mercury Saturn transit in general, it can bring on depressive thoughts, right? And so with this one being a square, y'all know I've been saying that squares show external events, right? So with this particular Mercury square Saturn transit, it's these depressive thoughts are bringing on external events, right? And Mercury went direct at a very close square to Saturn. It's stationed direct. And if you remember my tweets, I talked about how whenever a planet goes direct or when it goes retrograde, that's called a station. It stays at that degree for a little bit longer. It has a little bit of it has a lot of a stronger influence. It becomes way more impactful, way more heavier. So all of that mercurial energy the last couple of days since Mercury went direct has been even heavier. And in those last days, we have lost two important people to the world. Well, I think they're still important. Both of them may have been relatively unknown, but I think, I know they were important to their families, and I know if I could change it, I would. You know what I'm saying? And so what I'm trying to tell y'all is that with this transit, it has people's depressive thoughts becoming even more heavy, even stronger, feeling like a fucking boulder on your head. Like if the fucking ceiling collapsed on me right now, like that's what it's been feeling like for a lot of people. But lately with this transit, and so y'all know that when people's depressive thoughts get the best of them, when those depressive thoughts really come down, it can lead to a external event, a really bad event, like suicide. Now, I am not saying that every time this transit comes up, oh my gosh, somebody's gonna do something like that. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that looking at this particular specific current astrology now, we can see that because Mercury station, remember I said the station has an even stronger influence because it's stationed so close to Saturn. Saturn is depressing Mercury's mental stimuli, so it's giving those depressive thoughts. And it's in a square giving out external events. Those depressive thoughts are causing really bad events. And what I'm saying is, I just imagine if I would have felt more comfortable talking about this earlier, like, a week in advance or 2 weeks in advance, maybe somebody could have seen it and we could have told them, guys, what you're feeling, I swear to God, it's temporary. The point what I'm trying to make is that this very hard hitting mental feeling from this energy, like, I promise it's temporary, like, it may feel super heavy right now, but I promise it's temporary. I just want to encourage y'all, like Mercury is in Libra, so I want to encourage y'all to reach out to other people, reach out to somebody you feel comfortable to. Matter of fact, I had a girl reach out to me this morning. She was like, "Oh my gosh, Jade, I'm on the brink of insanity." She was like, "What do I have to do to pay you? I just need somebody to talk to." Like, "Oh my God." And I said, "Well, what are you going through?" And then she just told me, and I was like, "Well, I don't think you need me to read your chart. I just think you need some friendly advice." And she just needed somebody to vent to and somebody to listen. And that's what Mercury Saturn, like, whenever you have Mercury Saturn in general or in a natal, a lot of times it's hard to speak up with what's going on anyway. Like, it's hard to get the help we need. It's hard to reach out to other people to let them know what's on our minds, and that adds to the conflict. And I'm really glad that girl reached out to me. And I wish to God, like, for Brax and for the baby's brother, I wish they would have been able to reach out to somebody, or I wish somebody would have been able to reach out to them. Like, I am so hurt behind Brax, y'all. Y'all have no idea how I used to bump Brax in the car. Oh my God, stare at her pictures. Oh my gosh, like, I just can't even believe this. I'm really in denial. I was like, nah, it's not true. Like, I'm in denial. I'm in that denial phase. But I'm just saying, so what I'm saying is, like, the energy of this transit, definitely not going to last. If you're feeling depressive thoughts, if you're feeling like your mental state is, super heavy, hard hitting you right now, you should reach out to somebody. You can reach out to me. I will try to help as many people as I can, non-astrologically. Like, people just, like, some of y'all, like, we just need to talk to each other. You know what I'm saying? We just need to talk to each other. Reach out to somebody, make it known what you're feeling, make it known that your thoughts are weighing on you right now. There is really help available. Like, I'm just so upset. I am really hurt and upset. I am really hurt and upset. I am so sad. I just, and then I was just looking at Brax's pictures, and now I just like, I can't even imagine, like, she doesn't get to be old. She doesn't get to do anything else that she wanted, she may have wanted to do with her life. And I'm just like, oh my God. But basically, like, you guys, like, and I just wish I would have made a live addressing my, because I knew this, I saw this coming, because like, if you look up information on Mercury Saturn in general, you'll see other astrologers talk about it, like in the natal chart, how, they just talk about the energy in general, how it can bring on very sad and resentful, depressive, just downtrodden thoughts. But I didn't want to say that because on the Twitter atmosphere, you can't say certain things. So I didn't want to say it. So I was just like, okay. But now I just wish I would have, said it. So now I'm just going to say it now. But anyway, that's all I have to say. I'm going to make this short so anybody who watches later, they won't have to listen to me drone on and on forever. Well, it's, okay. Thank you, Jacora. You said sorry for my loss. I guess, yeah, are you supposed to say sorry for your loss even though I didn't know her personally? I'm not. I get what you're saying, but I was just wondering. But okay, I'll see you guys later.